Hello and welcome to the Nerdic podcast episode. Daniel, tell me.
It's 2:59. I had to look at it.
2:59. Wow.
Yeah, we're coming up on 5 years of doing this show.
Mental, isn't it? 5 years and I've not
5 years doing this
I've
show.
not
Yeah.
flown to America.
You've not flown over here
and
killed me
fucking
yet.
throttled you. But I tell you what, I am gonna be close because you're a cheating piece of shit. And for as long as I'm on this podcast, you're gonna be known as the biggest piece of shit that cheats. And it's not gonna pay off, is it, Daniel?
Didn't do anything.
You did. You cheated. You know it.
I didn't do it.
You don't get to pick first in this fantasy security bullshit 4 years in a row. It don't work like that.
It's not.
The odds
not how that
the odds aren't that good. Because if the odds are that good, you'd have won the lottery by now, wouldn't you?
Well, you have to play in the lottery to win it.
Well, listen to me. But it's not going to work, is it? Because of all that cheating effort, you've picked fucking Grand Theft Auto, which isn't coming out this year.
They say it is, so that's why I picked it. Okay.
Have you heard about the rumor that we might get a trailer next week?
No. What is this rumor?
I don't know. Patterns suggest that we'll get one then end of 30th of January.
Interesting.
It's not interesting.
That'd be awesome.
It's
been a while. We only have one trailer.
Conflicted.
If it comes out with a date.
I'm so pissed off.
But then you get to play GTA 6.
Yeah, but then I don't get to gloat, and I'd much rather gloat.
You'd rather be gloating than playing GTA 6. That's wild.
I would happily rip my nose off to spite my face.
That's fair. Sure. I understand it.
Daniel, I'm gonna win Fantasy Security.
Good luck.
I know that I'm gonna win with the choice. My team being Marvel 9043, Rise of Hydra, Amy Hennig. She ain't missing, right?
It's not coming out this year though.
Sure. Mario Kart 2, technically announced. They were just there, blasé about it. Like,
on the Switch, Mario Kart 9.
24 players. You know what that means? That means 24 points on Fantasy Critic.
Oh, yeah. So it's like a 92 or something.
3D. You boys didn't believe in the Mario. The plumber, you guys, right, you got no faith in the plumber. Me and the plumber, we're going way back. Unannounced mainline 3D Mario platformer. You know what that means? You know what that is? Mario 64 2. You heard it here first.
What?
Yeah.
It's not going to be the name of that game.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. Everybody's sleeping on it. Everyone's like, oh, I don't know. Assassin's Creed Shadows looks sick.
I would have eventually grabbed that game.
Everybody loves ninjas.
Everyone loves ninjas. You're right. And samurai.
South of Midnight. Biggest gamble of them all. But everyone likes stop motion because Spider-Man.
That game looks great.
Spider-Man made it cool. Spider-Man made it look cool. So everyone's like, oh, that's not. That's 86 points. Football Manager.
That game looks great. Yeah.
Football Manager, the greatest sport on earth. 90 points. You heard it here first. 90.
Football Manager's not getting a 90.
Sega. Then we have Rematch, Sifu, and FIFA. Fifu, some would say.
No, it's not. No, we're not calling it FIFA.
87 points. Is it Rocket League? Yes. Is it soccer? Yes.
But it's not Sifu 2, and I want Sifu 2.
Yeah, that sucks. That's 89 points easy. First Berserker Kazan. The boys were there. The Russo brothers. They were there. Like, listen, this game's good. What Russo brothers? We have faith in the Russo brothers.
They saw that game?
The Russo brothers. They announced it. They were like at the Game Awards, weren't they? Like, yo, man, I got this game.
Oh, they did. They went right into that trailer. I forgot about that.
Mixtape. Everybody loves music, and mixture of it. That's 90 points.
That looks interesting. Yeah.
And then to top it all off, Forza Horizon. When was the last time we saw her? Well, you just had the sudden realization.
I think it was 2021.
Exactly. So you know what that means?
Yeah.
Brum, motherfucker. I'm getting 90 points. 90.
I just don't think that's also
every one of my games, 90 points. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Don't make me tear my shirt off like Hulk Hogan. Okay?
I don't really think that's what's going to happen, but you can think that.
Anyway, just to let you know, I'm going to remind you of your cheating ways every time I see you.
I did not cheat.
No one's that lucky.
I hit a random button. It's a random order button.
Bullshit. You clicked the number 1 button. That's what you clicked. With your big fingers, your big chubby American fingers with your cheeseburgers and fries and shit.
I don't have big chubby.
I'm such a bad man. Anyway, what does he say? It's been another busy week in the world of video games.
We're missing Connor today.
No, listen. Where there's no Steve, no party. All right, I'm here now. We're having a party.
True. You're the party man. Yeah.
I'm the party man. All right, you're a cheating piece of shit. Anyway, 20 minutes ago, probably not to be precise, we had Xbox spilling their load for the first half of the year. Now, I was pleasantly surprised with some dates. How did you feel?
Everything had a date at least. Or at least one had a window. But the other 3 games had a date. I thought that was really great. I always like these developer directs. I like seeing the developers in interviews and like seeing their studio and let them talk about their game. A nice little deep dive into each of them. I thought it was great. We got a lot of gameplay for all of these games. Like, it wasn't just a trailer, and a little bit of talking about them making the game. They actually showed it off. Even a brand new game like Ninja Gaiden, There was a lot of gameplay for Ninja Gaiden. Like, that makes me pretty confident that they're going to hit that release date or release window of the fall.
Yeah, to just to go over it.
Yeah.
They started the show with straight to the point. They're like, "Oh, everyone's wondering what's the secret? What's the secret game? What's the secret game? Is it going to be GTA 6? Is it going to be the big new game of the year? No, it's going to be everyone's pleasantly surprised with Ninja Gaiden 4, which is that everybody likes Ninja Gaiden apparently, because I don't. I wasn't listening to it, so you need to tell them what they said.
Well, it's going to be developed by Platinum, which is pretty exciting. They always make really fun action games. Koei Tecmo's publishing, though, so they're working with them. You get to play as like 2 different characters, it looks like. Some other new character, I forget his name. And then you play as Ryu, of course. It looks fun. Looks great. Very excited. Very flashy.
Yakumo.
They have...
Ninja Gaiden 4 will star Yakumo, a new character from the Raven clan.
Yeah, he seemed like he didn't like Ryu. They had like a really cool kill animation. Did you see that in the trailer?
No,
where like it killed and then
the first bit I kind of missed. I was very much a busy boy.
Yeah, that game looks awesome. Very excited. I love my character action games, so definitely gonna play it.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice though. It's a nice. This seems to be coming out end of the year, so something for Xbox fans to really look forward to by the end of the year. And then the rest of the show kind of just filled in the next couple of months. I know we start off with. There's nothing this month, is there? Nothing coming out this month.
No, the first game for Xbox is Avowed.
Yeah, so the first, we'll start with Avowed, and then the next release date would be anything in March.
South of Midnight. No, I don't think. Not for Xbox.
So South of Midnight was announced for a release of April the 8th. Which good release date that. This is very interesting art. This is very interesting. Very much, I call it the Spider-Man. What do they call it? Stop motion or?
It's like stop motion inspired. Yeah.
Very much south. So was it southwest? South.
Just like the it's in the south, like Louisiana.
Like Louisiana.
Yeah. That area, yeah. Like the deep south, kind of.
Yeah, man, the deep south. What do you think to this game?
I think it looks awesome. I think it's a game that you kind of need to get your hands on to feel how it plays.
Yeah, very much so.
Like, especially with like the different powers that Hazel was using. Like, she has like the ability to like pull characters or enemies towards her. Yeah, I don't know how this game's going to play, because it looks like there's open sections, but it also looks linear. Like, she has like traversal mechanics as well.
I think this is very much a 12-hour game. Very much.
I would hope so. That it's not
to section, nothing too massive over the top. Very much focusing on the combat, and a lot of effort has probably gone into that visual effects of like the stop motion stuff.
Sure. and the
then obviously
story.
a lot of, and the environment basically, because I think Paris Lily's gone over. He's seen the game. He says very much like that. People there, apparently the developers went over and recorded swamp sounds and etc. etc.
Mm,
So yeah, very
that's
much.
cool.
I think sometimes like I'll say this about the next game. A lot of people they put so much effort into what it looks like and what it feels like and what it sounds like and how what it smells like. Sometimes like the gameplay can get lost in the mix. And then, but when it comes to reviews, it kind of gets not panned, but it gets knocked, and it's like, oh well, it looks nice, but gameplay could be better. Which is
Yeah.
gameplay is king at the end of the day, because
hmm
I think I mean,
Games they're playable. You have to play them.
yeah, I mean, I think I had this with Indiana Jones. Granted, I only played it for about 2 hours, but I played it and I was like, fucking, this game's amazing. It looks amazing. It looks. I was playing on an S. And then it got to the combat and the sneaking around. I was like, it's like, it's not, maybe because I'm not an indie guy. I've never really watched a film or anything.
Yeah, I love Indiana Jones. I still
Yeah.
need to play the game.
But yeah, like I said, like visuals can hold you off for so long, and can
hmm
also, there's moments in many games where I can remember just, bloody hell, fucking hell, it's well good. Like I remember where in God of War Ragnarok, where you're Atreus and you're in where does the bad guy live?
Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called.
And I remember just like stopping. I was like, bloody hell, the visuals and the scenery looks amazing. But then the gameplay did back that up. Yeah, are we looking forward to it? Do you think this is Xbox's savior? This is going to be game of the year, or
I really want to play it. I think I just need to see more. I'm excited for the game.
so am I. I think
I would like to play it.
I think this and Monster Hunter, maybe even Avowed, is something that I'm quite keen to play this year, especially
Sure.
early on.
You're not going to play the Like a Dragon pirate game?
The thing is, I don't think I like turn based. I'm playing Like a Dragon now,
hmm
and we'll get to that in a bit. So I don't know, because I think I just like the turn based. I don't like the idea of like going around like kicking shit out of everyone.
That's
I think
fair.
I'm very much in Connor's camp of like I'm a Like a Dragon fan now, if that makes sense. I think I'm. Do you know what I mean? Like I tried to play the first one. I kind of did. I enjoyed it, but I can never see myself having time to do it. And like I'm just not
That's fair. A lot of
attached.
games.
I'm just not attached to
Kiryu.
Kiryu. Next game of the show was it was this one, wasn't it? Claire Obscure's Expedition 33 will bring RPG goodness back to Xbox players in very surprising, because I expected this to be October the 19th. Do you know what I mean? And they were just like, nah, April 24th. You finish your little South of Midnight game and Xbox, we got another game for you. I'm like, oh, sand. Appreciate it.
And that's just a good value for Game Pass that month. You get both of them in
Yeah,
April.
definitely. Yeah, that £15 that I actually spend and never use actually worth
hmm
something. I pay
Yeah.
£15 a month for my daughter to play Minecraft. Crazy.
Yeah.
What do we think to this? I think it looks so good and so flashy and so gorgeous. But it almost, I think I said to you earlier, I just think when you strip all that back, is it a good turn-based RPG?
Yeah. Yeah. This game almost looks like too good to be true.
Yeah. And then the date on it as well almost like makes me worry even more of like, surely you need a bit more
Yeah.
time. Like we only heard about it in
It was the last year, right?
In June.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Xbox's last showcase. Yeah.
And now all of a sudden it's coming out. I mean, who's making it?
It's a French studio. I'd have to look at their name.
I just think this is
You might
why
have it
I
pulled up.
counterpick this game
Yeah.
in the game.
Who was the one that even picked it up?
Let's have a look.
Do you remember?
I can have
I don't have it pulled up. Like I think this game looks awesome. I think the combat looks incredible. I just don't know. I have like my trepidations about the game. It's mostly from like the story. Like I think it's an interesting premise, but I just don't know if it's going to be there.
The story
I
does
don't know.
sound quite fun. It's quite fun, but
Yeah,
I think as a whole
this is
package, it would
also
be a good first going round. If that makes sense.
yeah. This is definitely a wait and see for me. Like I would like to play it.
I
I
mean,
hope it's also not 100-hour RPG. You know, I hope that it's a little shorter because like they kind of show off like the what is it the big map, the open world map
yeah,
when
that
you're
looked
like
good as
walking around
well.
the
Yeah,
map.
that looked good. But
That
like
just
how?
makes it seem like that game's huge.
Yeah, but I mean,
I
how
don't
long
want it
does
to be
that?
that
How
big.
long does that become annoying? like, when does that become?
Yeah,
I want to fast travel. I don't want to do that anymore. Like almost like
that's a good point.
the Final Fantasy effect of like I didn't want to walk around the world anymore.
Yeah,
What have I just played? Metaphor. 100 hours in, you're like, I just want to get from A to B ASAP. I don't want to
yeah,
go. I don't want to have to go on the Gauntlet Runner. I don't want to. I don't mean. I know it is relatively quick, but yeah, I'm a funny
I
old character.
understand.
I'm a funny character. I suppose I've got a very poor attention span. But
That's understandable. I just maybe there is ways to fast travel even within that big map, but
I mean, they look
I hope
great, and
it's not.
they seem very proud of what they achieved.
I hope it's like a 40-hour RPG. That's what I'm hoping. I don't want it to be another big sprawling 100-hour RPG. There's too many RPGs that are that long. All right, we need less of them.
We do. Well, we do. I don't know. I played two big ones last year and I had a great time. Finishing it up is the main event, the creme de la creme, the all à la vitrine, all that words. Doom the Dark Ages. Doom the Dark Ages will be released on Xbox XS, PlayStation 5, and PC on May 15th. And developer
Let's
id
go.
Software gave fans a glory delightful new look during this developer direct. I'm gonna sneeze. You talk.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That game looks incredible. I'm so excited. That shield mechanic of parrying, I can't wait to just be parrying every enemy just constantly. The game, I know that you're not a big Doom guy. Um, I like the two new Doom games a lot. I have problems with um, Eternal. Eternal relied on a lot of platforming that I didn't like, especially like in between like big fights. You were like platforming and jumping and grapple hooking and stuff. I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to move more from level to level like 2016. This one looks more like that. Like it looks like there is some like platforming, but not as much as Eternal did. Look like you platformed with the shield. They give you more melee weapons, more melee options, which is cool. Not just shooting guns. But again, this is Doom, so you kind of have to have awesome guns. Um, there are some really interesting looking guns. I remember in that first trailer where the dude has the skull and you're like shooting a skull, like skull parts or something. It's insane. It's wild. Did anything in this trailer slash direct want you to make you want to play the game at all, or you just kind of gonna pass on Doom?
I mean, the best part about Games Pass is like there's no you can't lose, can you? So the worst case
Mm,
scenario is I download it and go, it's not really for me.
not for
I
me.
think
Yeah,
I played a bit of 16 and I was like, it's very much like I don't know. It was all like to get shield you have to do this, to get that you have to do that, to get.
yeah.
And I don't know. I suppose I don't know. Maybe I was just a bit like, I don't think I can comprehend. I don't know. It's just not for me. I don't think it's very fast paced. But I don't know. I played the original Doom when I was a kid, and that was a great time. But I feel like it hasn't really improved. I get it has improved, but it's very much the same premise of like run and shoot. So
Kill demons.
I'm just I'm hard to please. I think I'm just old and boring now. Just old and grumpy.
We all
Like
are old and
I
grumpy.
just I just want to win Fantasy Creek. That's all I want, and then I'll die.
You don't even care about the games anymore. You just care about winning that.
Um, yeah, I'm very much like old. No, yeah,
Sure.
I am. Look, it looks great. It looks fantastic, and it's and like, is it id Software? Id Software. Id Software.
Yeah.
They're a great studio. They obviously they care so much, and this is their baby, and they'll look after it. And the fans, I'm glad that fans are getting what they want. That's all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if people are happy, I'm happy. Like, you have your weird, like, you crazy weirdos over there. You have your crazy weirdo stuff. I'll have my crazy stuff, and we'll all be happy times. I don't need to shit on this game. It looks good. It looks amazing. Like, it's going to be in Game of the Year conversations. It's middle of the year, so it's not going to get forgotten about, like a Dragon did last year. Like Prince of Persia. Hell, even Tekken.
Yeah. But that's also fighting games. Fighting games always kind of get lost in the crowd, you know. Like Street Fighter 6 didn't really get like Game of the Year talk either. Came out earlier in the year, you know.
It's
But
got to be hard for a developer though. You made this game, you know, oh, January's the day, and then by the end of the year, everyone's forgot about it. Not because it's
yeah.
a bad game, just because its time has passed.
hmm
So it's a bit unfair. But overall, then you're quite happy with that, then?
Yeah, I thought it was a great direct. Like this more than like some of the other ones. Like we actually got dates. Showed a lot of great gameplay and a surprise. And the game is a surprise, and that game is coming out this year in Gaiden 4.
And it
That's
seemed like
awesome.
a big surprise, didn't it? It was like it's a
Yeah,
big deal, isn't it? Like it's a big deal.
yeah. It's a legendary franchise. Ninja Gaiden's been around for a long time.
So let's. I'm gonna go. I want to go to. I want to talk about PlayStation in a minute. I want to have a big conversation. I'll put all these stories together because I think
Okay.
as a place, it can be very PlayStation centric after this. So first of all, I want to ask you like, how are you feeling as an Xbox? I'd say your Xbox is your first choice of console. Like, how do you
I don't
feel?
know.
How do you feel about
I don't know
Xbox?
if I necessarily agree with that.
So what would you
But
say?
I'll ask. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just somebody as Xbox, who I would assume that you'd like. Oh, Grand Theft Auto is coming out. Are you gonna buy it on the Xbox? Or you gonna buy it on PlayStation? To me, you'd buy it on the Xbox, but I could be
Maybe.
wrong.
I've been buying more on PlayStation recently. Um,
Why is that?
um, I'd rather just have my things more on one platform, and if everything's gonna start just coming over to PlayStation, I might as well just get it there.
But
You
what about
know,
the
like
controller
I
though?
don't. I know that's the problem. That's the biggest. That's the reason why I think you associate me with more with Xbox is that I just think Xbox has the best controller.
I just feel like
Um,
you've put your money in that ecosystem, and I think fair play. You stick to where you're gonna be.
I mean, I
Like,
put money everywhere. I mean, I play a lot. I have a lot of Switch games. You know.
so
Um,
what do you think about Xbox right now? Like we've gone from this time. I think this time last year we're all panicking. Xbox is going to announce Halo's going on the PlayStation. That all their games are going to third party. They cancelled a load. They destroyed a load of teams. But this time last year we're all going a bit crazy, aren't we? Because we thought all the games were going over. And obviously they announced what? Sea of Thieves. What else did they announce?
it was Sea of Thieves. It was Pentiment. It was Hi-Fi Rush. What was the other one? Was there one more? I know it was those three.
But now, obviously,
Yeah.
I think we got a clearer vision of what their idea is. Is that I think they are they're a studio. They've got all these studios, and they're just gonna put the games everywhere, and including maybe their old stuff, which I know maybe I'm so old it feels uneasy. I know this is a really bad analogy, but I'm so old. This is like my grandparents understanding same-sex marriages. Do you know what I mean? Like, Xbox is like Halo coming to PlayStation. That makes me feel, I can't get my head around that one. And I know that
Well,
anything
it's the
else,
same thing with like Sega, putting a Sonic game on a Nintendo console, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, like back in the day,
That'd be
that would have
back in the
broke
day. It's like,
our dad's brains if they were really as
yeah,
into it
it's
as
like,
we
wait,
were.
no, Sega would never put a game on a Nintendo console.
Sonic and
Like,
Mario at the Olympics.
yeah, at the what? Get out of here. But I'm with you. Like, I, you know how I always am. It's like if the future is all Xbox games go to PlayStation and Switch and PC,
And from
And
a
if they keep
business
still
thing,
making if they
that
keep
makes
still making a
sense.
box, right? That makes sense. I just say rip the band-aid off. Don't everything all the time. Don't even put a month break, right? Like indie was like 6 months, right? No, day one, PlayStation, boom.
But then obviously
You can get it on.
having the Xbox comes with the added benefits of you can play these games natively without the cloud
Yeah,
for a good price. So surely that would keep their console sales at a reasonable spike, because then the other side of the money that they'll earn, people are playing on PlayStation, people are playing them on Amazon Fire Stick, people are playing them on Samsung TVs. So are you happy with obviously I know you're not a nutcase, so you don't give a shit anyway. You'll sleep the same way tonight as you always do. But are you happy with this? Is this something that you're okay with? Is this something that you
what
think
Xbox games coming everywhere?
just Xbox just changing the game of like, no, we don't have first parties anymore. You know what I mean? Like, you can still
I mean,
play it
I
on
think it's
Xbox.
fine.
It's fine, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I don't really care that much. I just forever just want all my games in one place. That's all I really care about
I just want
at
them
the
to
end
be
of the
as
day.
accessible as possible.
Yeah. Xbox has a lot of great things, like their cloud services are just better than PlayStation's. I like the controller more, but if everything's just going to come to PlayStation, I'll just play it there, or
Do you think?
whatever, then just have my Nintendo console.
Do we live in a world where Games Pass comes to PlayStation? Is that where we
That's
draw
the
the
that's
line?
still been the question. We've been talking about that for years on the show.
Of course,
I
yeah.
mean, that'd be nice. I just don't know if PlayStation would do that because like they have a service similar. Um, I feel like maybe what would happen is just you'd get Xbox games just on PlayStation Plus at some point, like as they start coming over, like Sea of Thieves or something. Like that would be interesting if you see Sea of Thieves because it's such a big game. Get that on PlayStation Plus, right? People just getting a service like that, and then boom, you should play Sea of Thieves. Um,
It'd be
yeah, they're definitely becoming more of a service company, service and games, and I think they kind of just, I think at some point they need to like, you know, pull off the band-aid and stop making hardware.
now.
Maybe make controllers, but
Is this Phil Spencer's vision, or is this whoever's on top of Xbox's vision? Because the bottom line,
it's
they don't
not Phil
like they
Spencer's
don't like
vision.
the bottom line.
Yeah, it's not Phil Spencer's
Do
vision.
you reckon
I think
Phil
he
Spencer?
wanted
If
I
yeah,
think he wanted to have more faith in Xbox as a brand and wanted to keep going with more exclusives.
and then I think the higher ups. Do you think the higher ups have gone log?
Yeah, if we put Doom everywhere, it'll make more money.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's just bottom line in it stuff. I think
Yeah.
so. Do we think Mr. Spencer's out the door by the end of the year?
No, I think they still have a lot of faith in what he's done for the brand. Like I don't see why that would happen at all.
But do
I
you
feel
think?
if anything he would like retire or something.
Do you
I don't
not
think
think
it'd be
he'd
this
feel
year, but
undermined if you were him? Would you not feel undermined? Obviously,
oh, I'm
we're
sure he
making
does.
this story up as we go along, but
I'm sure
obviously,
he feels a little I'm sure he feels a little off of like not in control as much as he would want to be.
because
Like
if
he's
I
head
was
of Microsoft Gaming, not Xbox, you know.
yeah, I get that, but if I was him, I'd feel more like a puppet on a string now. Of like, oh well,
Sure.
I suppose it's difficult here because it depends on the type of human being. He obviously cares, but at the end of the day, he's a human being and he wants to get paid. And if someone
Sure.
offers you a six-figure sum to be a monkey on some strings,
Yeah, I think he just also cares about the industry and stuff,
yeah, of
you know.
course.
So I don't think it's necessarily
I,
just
th- I
Phil's
don't. Yeah, I
doing
think.
it for the money, you know.
Yeah,
Like he was
100%.
in a bad position when he first walked into Xbox. Like, yeah, he might have got paid pretty well, but like I feel like he liked the brand, loved the brand. You know, he's been a part of Xbox for a very, very long time. So he loves the brand. So he wanted to help save the brand, basically. So I feel like it's more for that than just like they paid him a lot of money to do what he's doing.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, it's just I like the idea of it, but I don't know the idea of like when Connor talks about getting Halo on PlayStation, it blows my brain. It really hurts my brain.
Yeah, playing Gears of War
Mm.
on a PlayStation.
And like, it is what it is, isn't it? But
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It hurts when I think about it. But we'll see. I think we're definitely close to a Starfield, and I'd like to see them numbers of a. I'd like to see Halo numbers on PlayStation. How many people buy that?
That'd be
Because
like just Master Chief Collection
there is
alone.
some
Yeah.
stubborn people out there that have
Yeah.
never.
They've never played a shooter like Halo. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like I know back in the day, like everyone had a 360
And
for like shooters and
and
Halo and stuff.
I
So
say stubborn, but I mean, like,
some people just can't afford another
yeah,
console.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
we talk from a place of privilege and maybe a priority is not in the right place. But we want to play all these great games, so we buy every platform available. But some people just can't do it. But yeah, I just thought I'd just pick your brains on it because I've not been on here in a long time, and I feel like the
Yeah.
landscape has changed for Xbox completely in a positive way. But I don't think not to Phil Spencer's vision, and I think he's just been a bit undermined by let's say Mr. Microsoft and gone, look,
Well, it's Satya Nadella.
you've just spent all this money. We need to
We
see
have to
some.
make money
We need
now.
to make
Yeah.
money now, yeah. And you've got your little games pass, yeah. That is your idea, wasn't it? Phil? Yeah. Right. So now we need to put these games everywhere. Okay, all right. You gonna ring PlayStation or shall I? I'll ring PlayStation. Hey
Yeah.
Herman, yeah. What do you want? Halo? Do we?
What about Gears?
What the better third person shooter?
Yeah.
Oh
Exactly.
my kids are a nightmare. So let's split things up. First of all, I want to talk about the unfortunate news of the developers of Celeste and their new game Earthblade.
Yeah, I forget the name of because they changed the studio name. I can't remember what it's called. What they're called now.
Extremely OK Games Limited.
Extremely okay. That's right.
Extremely OK. So so for people that don't know, a game called Celeste came out. What 4 years?
Well, that wasn't their first game. Their first game was Titanfall, or not? Sorry, Towerfall. Towerfall Ascension
Their big
was their first game.
breakout game was Celeste. Everyone talks about Celeste.
Don't
I
talk
don't
down
know.
on Towerfall.
Right, you tell me about Towerfall.
Do not talk down on Tower. Towerfall's incredible.
What's it?
You want me to tell you about Towerfall?
Please tell me
All
about
right, so
Towerfall.
Towerfall has like a single player mode, but it's all about the multiplayer. So it's a 4-player. It's a 2D platforming game. Everyone has bows and arrows, and you shoot bows and arrows at each other. There's like different abilities you can get on the map. You can go invisible and stuff. You can get like wings, and you could fly around. There's like teleporters in the map, so you can like teleport behind people. There's different fun arrows that like ricochet and bounce around. It's just a really fun multiplayer couch co-op game. It's awesome. Towerfall is incredible. So don't talk down about Towerfall. But Celeste is also incredible.
I can see that. Yeah. You can see the inspiration. I'm not.
Yeah. The platforming. This is where they started their platforming. Was Towerfall. Yes.
Okay, so they made Towerfall. Is an amazing game. Happy?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Then they made Celeste game, and then they made Celeste. And everyone talks about Celeste, everyone talks about the journey, and everyone talks about the accessibility.
The music.
And everybody talks about the soundtrack, and everyone loves the game. Now, so obviously then they announced Earthblade, and everyone's like, yeah, this game's gonna slap. Everyone assumes that these games, and normally the case is they just keep hitting because they know what sells and they know what their audience wants. Everyone, when you release an IP, they get an audience, and then the audience want the next thing. We're waiting for Grand Theft Auto, not coming out till next year. Last night we got some sad news about the developers, basically. So
yeah, I actually didn't end up having a chance to read that, so I'm more curious, like what's happening.
Let's have a look. So, hi everyone, I've got some sad news today to ring in 2025. Late last month, Noel and I made a difficult decision to cancel Earthblade. Yes, we're opening the year with a huge heartbreaking and yet relieving failure. I want to outline in this post what led to the decision and what it means for the future of EX. Okay. Before I get into it, however, I want to acknowledge that this news will likely come as a shock to fans who have been eagerly anticipating the game. We made the decision in December and felt it's the best to wait until now to announce it. For us on the inside, we've had some time to process, grieve, and work towards accepting this, although the process is non-linear and still ongoing. For those only reading this now, who might be emotionally invested in this project, we're sorry to disappoint you. Caption. Oh, there's a caption of art for the game. What happened? Earlier in the year, a fracture forming between the teams. Specifically, this was between us, Noel and I, and Pedro, founding member of EXOK, a long-time friend and collaborator, the art director of Earthblade and Pixel, UI artist of Celeste and Towerfall. The conflict centered around a disagreement about the IP rights of Celeste, which we won't be detailing publicly. This was obviously a very difficult and heartbreaking process. We'll eventually reach a resolution, but both parties agreed to end that we should go our separate ways. Pedro is now working on his game Neverway, which you should check out, and we played it. It's very promising. But would it be worth paying? I don't know. So what's next? So by the sounds of it, they've had an argument regarding something.
Not even Earthblade. It sounds like it was over Celeste, right? And what was the guy that left? What was he? What was his like business?
Pedro,
What was he?
a founding member of EXOK, Pedro.
Yeah, no. What was his job?
Founding
You said
member
it, I
of
can't
EXOK,
remember.
longtime friend and collaborator, and the art director of Earthblade and Pixel
Art
UI
director.
artist of Celeste and Towerfall.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Interesting.
I was about to walk through the door.
Okay. Yeah, that's very fascinating that they canceled a game over just having an argument about a different game. I don't know. That feels bad to me. I hope that they could find a project that the studio actually like believes in. I guess moving forward without Pedro. I was very excited about this game. So I talked about it when they revealed it. We weren't fully sure what it was going to be. It looked like a different type of platformer with like magic and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I hope that this studio doesn't like shutter or anything. You know,
It's a shame. It's definitely. I've never played Celeste, but I think it meant a lot to a lot of people, and I think that the what you could take away from it is that can never be taken away from people. And we never know what this game was, so it's unfortunate, but at least one good thing came out of it. It's almost like parents splitting up. At least they got a child out of it. Best thing that happened to the. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But unfortunate for that. Really was upsetting. Came out of the blue, and unlucky for Connor, you bitch. You have to find another game now. I'm not messing about this year.
You're not playing this year. You're not playing this year.
I will fly to your bitch ass country and fuck you. Alright, I've had enough. With you stupid president.
You finally want to win one.
I'm winning. I'm winning. I'll bite somebody.
Okay. Bite Connor. Because he picked Earthblade.
No bad. I've lost my dog. Right, PlayStation segment of the week.
This is an interesting section of the week.
So we're just going to put it into words. So, this week, PlayStation have cancelled 2 live service games, which were being developed by Bluepoint, which was rumored to be God of War Online. What the fuck is that, first of all?
No one wants that.
Sony Bend was developing... We don't know that, do we?
No, I didn't see it, but they were some sort of live service game as well.
Right. So, and then
on top of that,
NCSoft has cancelled a Horizon MMO, which technically has nothing to do with Sony's decision. It's just NCSoft has decided to show it.
But I mean, PlayStation has something to do with it.
Obviously.
It's their IP. So.
And then after all that, Ted Price is like, I'm out. Ted Price is he's gone below deck and he's seen the holes and he's like, I'm out. I'm done. I'll see you later. And he's now on his little boat, get away from the big PlayStation yacht, and he's like, I'm off. I'm letting that bitch.
He made a lot of money.
sink. But no, in all seriousness, Ted Price retired from Insomnia. Obviously, he's been there for a very long time. When did
Like
he?
I think
When did he
like
go?
almost 30 years. I think. I mean, he's the founder. He's the founder of Insomniac.
He's the founder. Some would say Spider-Man's dad.
Spider-Man's daddy.
That's it, daddy. Um, what's going right? So let's put this into what the fuck is going on with PlayStation. I want to
Yeah,
start with
please.
the big question. This is the question that has bothered me for a couple of days. Is the PlayStation 5 the worst PlayStation we've ever had? Like the worst generation
Oh,
of
that's
PlayStation?
tough.
Because I'm in a point where I'm like, I feel like I've got two PlayStation 5s in that living room, and I genuinely feel like I've had all I can get out of it. I reckon if I sold them, I'm not missing out on the next 6 years.
I mean, they've had great games.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
had.
Miles, but that was also on PS4.
Yeah.
You had Spider-Man 2, Horizon, the second one, um, God of War Ragnarok, Astro's Playroom, and Astrobot, for Gran Turismo. Um, might be missing something. Am I missing anything?
Um,
Oh,
the
Demon Souls, the remake.
no, the fucking game with the woman with
Um,
the astronaut.
oh, Returnal. I love
Returnal.
Returnal. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart was great. I mean, they've had great games, but it seems like it's blunder after blunder
It's
of
just,
like
I
they're
just feel
big
like,
studios now. It's like
yeah.
you're making them do something they don't want to do,
I feel
probably, and
they got
then
halfway through
they're
their
canceling the games.
lifeline, got halfway through their life cycle, hit an iceberg, and now it's sunk. And now I feel like these two live games were going to get us through for the next couple of years. Concord was supposed to get us through. Fucking
Fair
Marathon.
games, whenever that comes out.
I think Fair
Yeah,
Games.
Yeah, well, I wonder what's up with Fair Games now. Like, we haven't seen that game in what, 2 years? Or
Nobody
was it
wants to see
last
it.
year? I don't remember.
No one's clamoring for it. We had the PlayStation. We had the PlayStation fucking PlayStation. What's it called? The PlayStation Showcase
Showcase,
of Nightmares.
State of Play.
Where's all this shit? Where's all this shit?
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah,
I mean, I think Concord shit the bed so much everyone's terrified.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, Concord did terrible. um, I think Fair Games and Jade Raymond's studio, like, they're probably scared of also being shuttered. You know, um, I hope that when we see that game, that it looks great. I did not like the trailer for Fair Games. Um, I thought it was pretty generic looking. Bungie is also doing Marathon. It's not necessarily a live service game, but it seems to kind of have some live service stuff. Also with like very much like Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov. Um, and I mean, I trust Bungie to make a good playing game. It's just the live service parts that of Marathon or whatever they're going to do there that scare me. But it's also weird because PlayStation did have Helldivers. It's not necessarily a live service game, but it is a big multiplayer game, and that was a success for them. So I don't know.
It's a strange one,
I
isn't it?
don't like the future. I mean, they're wasted Ben's time, Studio Ben's time. They
Why
wasted.
can't we just get? I know it's a joke. I know it's a running joke, but why couldn't they just do Days Gone 2? Like why
Yeah,
couldn't they just
instead
do
of
it?
some live
Try
service game.
again.
Yeah,
Try again. Like
yeah. Or Blue Point. You're
there was
wasting Blue
a
Point's time. Blue Point
Blue
could have been
Point
did anything else.
could have done Metal Gear Solid 1.
I mean, anything. Just they could have remastered whatever, Bloodborne or whatever. I don't care. Anything. They literally could have made their own game, remastered an old game. Do Ico. Like if they did, they did Shadow of the Colossus, remaster Ico. They could have did that. Anything would have been better than just making Blue Point do a live service game. That's a joke. You muted yourself.
I forgot. Is it? Yeah, going back to all these games and the IP, the days go on, and I get if they're not making the money, but there's a fan base. Like surely the fan base is louder than. I get that the bottom line is the bottom line, but they see. I get that. Like Last of Us has made what? How much has Last of Us made? Probably let's say. How much do you reckon it's made?
I'm not sure.
Let's say
I
70
mean,
million. Let's say 70 million.
Days Gone sold like 10 million copies. You know,
Okay.
like that's a pretty great selling game.
And I get the fact
Like
that
it just didn't review super hot. You
it
know.
makes a lot of money, and then but the problem is it wasn't keep making loads of money.
Yeah, they're seeing these other games that just printing money over and over again. You know,
So,
and they want some of that pie.
but then like obviously, what's his name? Who's the guy before?
Crying Jim Ryan.
That's it, Jim Ryan, and he's like, oh, he's got this crazy idea. He does all this. And obviously he's got a boss, and they've gone, look, what's the market looking like? And he's like, well, obviously the game like Fortnite's come out, he's made a load of money. There you go, look.
I'm playing like Crying Jim Ryan.
But he sits there. They're like, what's our strategy for 2020? Blah blah blah. And he's like, oh, well, Fortnite seems to be a thing. They're churning over this much money, and then these games are like, oh, can we do something like that? Why can't we just have one game like that? Why can't why couldn't Concord be the game? And it's come out, nobody likes it, and we move on. Like maybe if they just showed us Concord, and then the rest of the games were Days Gone 2, Last of Us. It doesn't have to be Last of Us. They don't have to keep making games. It doesn't have to be God of War 3. Like these are new IPs, and if you put a name like Ben behind it, you put the name like Santa Monica Studios behind it, people will be like, all right, we trust the process. We'll see what happens, and then we'll go crazy. And then Concord looks alright. Maybe Concord would have got more support. Like the Helldivers got the support. That wasn't shoved down our throat. It was like, oh, here's Helldivers. Have fun. I think they expected Helldivers to do what's that game that kind of just like made everyone happy for a bit? Overwatch, Overdrive. What's it called? Played like Gears of War.
I'm not sure. Played like Gears of War.
It was like supported like longer than it should have been.
I'm not sure what game you're talking about.
Kind of funny like it. AA.
It was a live service game?
Not really. 4-player co-op. I don't know. We'll have a look. But
yeah, I'm not sure what game you're talking about.
Why can't we just rely on one? Let's play. Let's experiment. And then, if Concord works,
we don't need everyone making live service.
No,
yeah.
They put every single egg they have in that one basket, and now look at them. They've hit the iceberg, and what have they got to save us? Everyone's excited about the Game Awards. Yeah, it was a great Game Award. I'm not seeing The Witcher till 2032. I'm not seeing Intergalactic till 2030. Let's be real.
I hope that's next year.
And obviously, someone made a point today on a podcast, like, Neil's come out and says, look, we want to close that gap from reveal to play in. Like, yeah, great. But how do we know that Neil or Naughty Dog's have gone? And Jeff's like, look, it's my big 10th anniversary. I'd like something big to show. I feel like the industry needs it. And they're like, yeah, have this. It's just, I just feel like I've got 2 PlayStations in there. And I don't need to have them. I could just have a PC. My partner's in there now playing a laptop. Because it's just.
I mean, a lot of PlayStation games are coming to PC.
It's just.
What I was talking about earlier about Xbox, putting their things on PlayStation. If everything just came to PC and PlayStation day one, I would just have my Switch, and then I would invest in a gaming PC. That's all I would do. If I could just have everything on Steam, that'd be the best way. That'd be the best thing for me. I would love that.
I think
that's just not.
I think the way.
I hope so. My big thing would be these 2 libraries that I have of Xbox and PlayStation. Can I get those games? Refund me, and then I'll just buy everything on PlayStation, PC.
Oh yeah,
that's what I would like.
Yeah,
they wouldn't do that, but
it's just the way the way we're going. It's just not. It's just so sad. It's just the way it just. I
Yeah, it's
just.
kind of crazy that you would think like Xbox doing maybe not necessarily bad, but not doing as good as we would think they would be, and it's like PlayStation's not doing that much better. They're fumbling all over the place too. It's really just Nintendo over there is doing fantastic. They're making some weird decisions, but they're doing fantastic. About to have a new console.
But it's almost like nobody judges Nintendo, but because they kind of they
It's
make
because they're weird and goofy, and they
weird
just do their
they
own
make
thing.
they make the weird decisions, but they don't make bad decisions.
Yeah, they do.
But like nothing that's gonna like.
The Wii U almost shuttered them.
I get that, but like we're talking about new Nintendo, like.
I even say the Wii was a weird decision. It didn't end up. It panned out right at the beginning, and then it just kind of stopped selling.
It made that
Because like
much
they
money,
weren't
they didn't need
supporting.
to worry about it anymore, did they?
Yeah, they didn't really. They were like they stopped supporting like the hardcore gamers for the Wii. So it's like Nintendo for a while there was in a weird way, but like they do just make weird, fun decisions with their console and with their games. You know,
It's just a shame, innit? Like, because the big question was, what's Bluepoint doing? We're all excited about Bluepoint. Bluepoint. I know I played a Bluepoint game, but I've looked at a Bluepoint game, and I tell you what, there's
never played
nothing
Shadow of the
better.
Colossus.
No, but there's nothing better than
What?
looking at a Bluepoint game. My missus played She played that Shadow of the Colossus, and it was like the best thing I'd ever seen in my life.
It's incredible. Yeah,
Incredible. I was
it's
like,
incredible.
Like, there's nothing better.
Yeah, go play
There's
it.
only one thing better than playing a game, and it's looking at a game.
Just watching someone else play a game.
Fucking love it. So it's just a shame. I just feel like the next 6 years of PlayStation's life, or how long have we got left, is what. There's no reason.
I mean, you got Sucker Punch making a game this year. Intergalactic's probably coming out next year, is what I would assume. So it's like they got a few games, but it's like, what else? Their studios got to work a little quicker than like.
I don't like
know.
Insomniac's like. I don't like the fact that Insomniac's
Yeah, Wolverine's coming soon.
Yeah, but they're treating us really stupid. I know they're trying to carry on like normal, but they had a big hack. Over millions of people. We've seen it. Talk about it. Put out a statement. You've seen what's going on. Obviously, please do respect our privacy at this time. I don't know.
I mean, that just puts them in a tough position, you know? Like, I understand why they can't say much about it. Because it's like, that's a lot. It's hundreds and hundreds of people's lives working on all that stuff. You know? I don't think it's an easy thing to say.
We're under the impression
just
that Venom
talk
game
about
exists. It doesn't, does it? I don't think it
Yeah.
does.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it.
That wasn't in there. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just a bit. I'm disappointed. Like I'm just disappointed in like I've got what big PlayStation IPs have we got to look forward to? Oh, this year we're looking forward to GTA.
I mean, Ghost of Yote.
Yeah,
that's about it.
That's
for
just
this year for
more
them.
the same, and we enjoyed that, but it's just more of the same.
I hope this one's better.
Oh,
I mean,
obviously,
I think Ghost of Tsushima, I think I've said this before, over time, I think I look back at Ghost of Tsushima much better than I did, like, at the time when we were playing it. Like, I think in my head, I think, yeah, that, you know what, that game was really great. I really love that game.
We were all clinically depressed, weren't we, at that point? So...
Yeah, I guess it was a weird time, right?
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was, and we just played Last of Us, and that didn't help.
Yeah.
You know, thinking back to it now, was it a good idea to release that game then?
Which one?
Last of Us.
I think so. It's fine. I don't care.
I just think it was a dark time.
To me, I don't care. Like, art is art. I don't care what's happening outside. Like, I think once you're creating a piece of art and putting it out, you shouldn't matter what's really happening.
I don't know. Maybe I wonder if that was a conversation they had.
Probably.
It's like, should we?
What are you going to delay it a whole year?
Well,
Just
I mean,
for
they delayed
that?
it
I don't
twice.
know.
I remember they delayed it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Like a month before, they were like, "Oh, give it another month." And again, that's probably something to do with sales, but maybe. But then again, that was the biggest gaming period in forever, wasn't it? Like
No.
Yeah, but I mean, numbers went up for games in that year.
Oh, I thought you just said for Last of Us selling. No, I was like, no. No, you're right. It did. Between 20 and 2021, yeah, gaming went up, and then it's just been kind of down.
I wish I had that year off.
That whole year.
I had that year. I got my year last year, didn't I? So, but I didn't really play that much. But yeah, I just thought we'd have a bit of a PlayStation. Like, oh, they fucked up. I just feel like we're in a weird place with video games at the moment. Like, I'm not overly excited for anything. Like, I'm excited for Monster Hunter Rise, get lost in that.
There's a lot of great games this year.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. I just feel like maybe I've grown up. Maybe I've grown up, and I'm just like I'm not excited. I'm not too excited for anything. Like nothing's a
There's
slam
also
dunk
just so
anymore.
much. There's all so much
Yeah,
games all the time.
and time is
You know.
like I'm like not stressing about playing video games. Or we'll move over to what we've been playing in a minute. But like I'm playing a game like just an old game. I was like,
That's yeah. You just play what you feel. You know.
I'm just like I just played Dead Rising for the fourth time on a different
That's
platform.
awesome.
Like
What an incredible
I've
game.
played every version of Dead Rising. I'm like,
Yeah. So good.
and I finally platted this one because of the stupid one.
Yeah. What
But
sucks is like Bend and Blue Point. It's like, what are we gonna have to wait 4 years minimum probably to see their next game?
wasted.
Wasted their time.
And then what happens? Does PlayStation go? Look, does one of them go? Does one of them shoot? Well, I mean,
I would
imagine
hope not.
imagine like tomorrow we wake up, Blue Point's gone. What's the point? Like, what they could
Wild.
have just been their own thing, borrowed an IP or two. Obviously, probably by now they got fed up with like we're not being someone's bitch anymore. We're gonna make our own game.
Sure. I think that's kind of what you want to see what they could do with their own thing. Yeah, I'd like that.
But I mean,
Or even Bend. It's like,
and I mean, did they get bought to be that remake? Obviously not, because of this. Like Shu said to Greg, did say, I don't know if you listened to the interview. It was like PlayStation.
I want to listen to it. Yeah.
PlayStation make these remakes to make money, so they can make the big games. Like, yeah, very. It's a weird old time. It's a stranger time for video games. And then it seems to be bad news after bad news. Things are break. You know, you're numb to it now. It's like, oh, layoffs. Like when you really think about it, a layoff. Like I lost my job 2 years ago. It's like fucking awful. These are 17,000 people, and like that have been laid off and haven't got a job. So when you hear, like, oh, Microsoft just laid off a load of people, it's like. So that one person he's got a rent to pay, a car to pay, health insurance to pay, whatever I don't know how you Americans do it. And then it's like, so what does he do tomorrow?
Yeah, is he going to get a job in the industry? Probably not. It just keeps.
Does he have to go work at a restaurant just to tide things over? It's crazy.
Or try to find another tech job somewhere, because like the video game industry is purging people left and right.
Because what?
Like, where are they going to go?
Because of some fucking money grabbing piece of shit wants more money.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. It's hard to love the game. It's hard to like love and be passionate about talking about it and loving it because it's so negative. Like it's just so bleak. Do you know what I mean? It's so bleak.
Yeah, that's why we try to celebrate the games that we love. Like that's the only thing we could really do. Just keep playing and supporting the games that we love.
The only thing that will make me happy this year if Grand Theft Auto gets delayed.
Wow. Right back to it.
I'm winning, Daniel. Right. What have you been playing, Daniel-san?
Absolutely nothing. I've not played a single thing.
Why are you playing video games anymore? Come on, why are we not playing video games? Come on.
I just didn't play anything this week.
Let's talk about it. Connor's like, yeah, whatever. You've not been playing it. I want to know. Right, what's going on? Why are we not playing video games? Video games are video games. Even
it's just time. Just haven't had the time.
You got loads of time. You got no children.
I do not. No, just time. Just time to play, Haven't really had time.
What about a little mobile game? Get a little mobile game on. What we got?
No.
A little TCG Pocket, little Magic
I don't
the Gathering,
care about that.
Monopoly.
Maybe Magic Arena or something. I could look into that, but I don't really need another mobile. I don't need a mobile game.
What do you need? What about Candy Crush?
Time, more time.
Soul destroying, eh?
No, I'm not playing Candy Crush.
So you've not played any Metaphor, nothing?
No, I haven't got back to Metaphor yet.
You not put it on, fell asleep in your hand?
No, I haven't. What have you been playing?
What have I been playing? Good question. So I've been on it a while, have I? So last time I was talking to Connor, I just finished Metaphor, had a great time. I feel like I've missed something about it. Every time I listen to a podcast, someone starts crying. It's like, oh, this game's so good, it means so much. I'm like, yeah, it was great. It was a good time. I had a good time. I didn't take too much from it. I was just like, oh, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'm dead
You don't have
inside.
to have like that. No, you don't have to have that much of an emotional impact every time you play a
Just
game.
weird,
You
man.
know,
Maybe I missed it. Maybe my attention span like got lower and lower and lower as I played it.
maybe.
Because like it's
I don't know.
longer.
I'm still playing it, so I can't say.
And then it's just that horrible feeling after you finish a game. What next? What do I do now?
Sure.
Because you just don't know what to
So,
do.
so many games.
So many games. So I tried Dragon Age, Veil Guard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no good. No,
Yeah, that's fair.
I was playing it. I played it for about 3 hours, and the game looks impressive. The voice acting was impeccable. Just the overall performance and the visuals are great. I got 4 hours into the game and realized I didn't care.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty much. Yeah,
I was just like, "You're talking. I don't care. The combat. I don't want to get invested in it." And then it was like you can like combine your powers, and I was like, I just don't care. I don't care. And then I was like, I'll try a bit. I keep going. And then I was like, I'm not bothered. I'm not invested. And I just sold it. I was like, it's not for me. I'm afraid. So yeah, unfortunately, sometimes you can't force.
yeah. I mean it. I've heard that it's a good game, not great. You know, I it didn't really appeal that much to me. Like going into it, I was pretty excited to like maybe try another BioWare game, but you know, as it got closer, I was just not really feeling it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I hope that Mass Effect 4 is great. I know
Oh
that's
yeah,
kind
there's
of
no way
BioWare's
that can
focus
be
now.
bad.
Don't say that, but yeah, that it's some people enjoy it. I thought it was interesting that it made kind of funny's top 10. I thought that was very odd. I don't really know how it did that, but hey,
The way they
it
do it
did.
is very strange, and I respect
I
it
don't like it.
from a company group. No, I don't. But I tell you what,
I
it's
don't like the
different.
tie. I don't like how they do ties. I don't like that at all. I think that the voting, how they do their voting and stuff is good. I just don't think they need to be doing ties. I think that like why is there two tens and then two fives? It doesn't make no. You have top 10 games. What are you doing? Make more game. Or do it top 20 or something. I don't know. Top 25. Whatever. Why does it have to be ties? Make a call, you know. If there are two games that got 10 votes or whatever, make a call. Do something. Have a tiebreaker.
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't know.
strange one. It's a strange one. It's very obvious what was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Pretty-
I sold it, and I was like, I just need comfort. I need a nice game where I'm comfy. And my Natalie bought me Dead Rising for Christmas. So I just looked on the little trophy guy. I've always wanted to platinum the game or 100% it or whatever, but I could never do it because of one of the trophies is absolutely ridiculous in the older versions. Like you have to survive like 7 in-day games, real life 7 in-day games, which then takes about 15 hours, and you couldn't save it. You weren't allowed to save it. You couldn't turn it off, so you'd
yeah,
have to
that's
leave your
crazy.
console for 15 hours on, but also you'd need to be awake to feed him.
Yeah, I've heard of people just like sitting somewhere and then putting like a rubber band in their controller, you know? And
But
then like coming back to it.
then you need to
Yeah, then
feed
you have to
him.
come back to it. Yeah.
So yeah, it was a strange one. So anyway, so I started off with I followed the guide. So it was like make sure you get the big trophy out of the way first. So the 54,000 zombies in one playthrough. Then do the story, save every survivor, get the couple of endings.
How hard is saving the survivors? Like everyone. Is that hard to save everyone?
Not in this one. It's that the AI is very good now, very very good. In the old one, it was hard because they'd get caught and they'd
Yeah,
die
I remember.
easily.
Yeah,
This one's obviously got now. It's like it's all very modern. It's like auto saves every time you leave a door, and yeah, but that comes with the caveat like the bosses were like better AI as well. So yeah, it was very good. And then the last trophy was 7 days. In this, you've got the ability to you can fast forward time. So you
okay.
just go in the bathroom and just like, oh, if you want to get to the next case, it's like you just fast forward to 6 p.m. But in the 7 day mode, you can do that as well. But obviously, as you fast forward time, you starve. So the guide
Mm.
online is like he shows you where all the food is. You go to the toilet, fast forward time, go and get more food, fast forward time. It takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I did this. This was like Friday night, so Thursday night I think it was, a week today actually. And I got one more trophy. I got 2 hours. Just follow this guide, and then we're done. So I spent 2 hours of my life last Thursday doing it. And then Natalie was back. It was late. And Natalie was like, "We're going to bed." And it was literally as I was about to get the trophy. So I thought it'd be dead clever. She'd be like, "We're going to bed." So I ignore her, and I was waiting for the trophy to pop up. And then I'd be like, "Yeah," because it'd be sick, wouldn't it? She'd be like, "You're going to bed." Ding. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
So she's there like, "Oh, we're going to bed," and I'm ignoring her. And I'm like, any minute now, it's going to pop. And I can say, "Yeah," and it'd be cool. And she'd be like, "Oh, he's so handsome." And then she goes, "Oh,
That's
so then she's like, you're just ignoring me then." And then I had to get out the fast forward. I was like, but then because I was so focused on proving a point with the platinum, I'd starved myself with 1 bar health left, didn't realise I have any food left, and then went outside to find food dead quick, got attacked by a zombie, and wasted 2 hours of my life.
oh
And then the
no.
clock come up. The clock come up was like, you died, 6 days, 23 hours, 52 minutes.
Oh
So, mate,
no.
I've never sung a lie.
No.
I was so angry.
That sucks.
Like literally, I was like 30 seconds away.
That's awful. That's such a
So
bad feeling.
I was angry. Honestly, if steam could come out of my ears, they would have come out of my ears.
Yeah.
I was fucking livid. But then luckily, I did it again on Friday. Remembered a bit of the guide, and then somehow I had unlimited ammo as well because I'd done all the endings. I found this rocket launcher, and in this version, like the psychopaths, the cult members. You ever played it? You played the game, haven't you?
Yeah.
The cult members drop boxes of food. So I just found a room where like the cult members kept spawning. So I just kept killing them, getting food, fast forwarding time. But yeah, I did it. It was a good time, and it was really comforting. I just liked the game. I love the game. I didn't watch any of the cutscenes because I've seen them all before.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to any of the story because I know the story, but it was to go around with and just kill the psychopaths, collect the survivors, remember how the mall works. Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I love the game.
I love taking a bowling ball and like
Yeah.
rolling it into the cult members because they're just standing there. They don't move unless you get close. So good. That game's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great game.
And then I remember never being so overwhelmed with how many zombies could be on screen in the garage bit where there was loads.
Yeah,
of
in the
zombies.
bottom of
And that was like so
the mall.
impressive as a kid. Like, oh
Mhm.
wow, look how many zombies! And
You just get in the car, you start running.
just running them over. That's all I did I did that for
Yeah.
4 hours, to get a trophy. Yeah, the game like really glitched for some. I did it. The game freaked out and dropped to like 2 frames per second, and it was like just
Weird.
And then it took about 5 minutes for the PlayStation to crash.
Hmm.
When it just started.
That's weird.
There's something wrong with your game. It just throws you out.
Yeah, I've never had that happen to me.
Yeah, it's hard when that happens. I think it happened to Cyberpunk as well, where the game just like
Oh.
freaks out. But Cyberpunk always had a few problems. And then what else? I tried something else. I can't remember now. I bought Helldivers.
Okay.
But then my friends let me down, so now I'm like, oh, I can't play it. But I need a team to play with.
I
like,
have it. I don't
yeah.
have it installed. I don't think.
But I played it and I was like, I need to be like looked after for a bit. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just like it's quite overwhelming in it. Like it's a bit, it's very much because I'm like midway through their game. Their game's like, you know what I mean? I'm like they just expect me to know how to play. I think the onboarding's not very good. I don't think the tutorials are very good.
They kind of just hop you in. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know where to start, and then I'm getting destroyed within seconds. And then I just thought, fuck it, I'll just play Like a Dragon.
Sure.
The first
Yeah.
one. Problem is, right, I'm very tired. I'm going to the gym and I get up early for the gym. So when I play this, I'm instantly asleep. The game, because the cutscenes are quite long and they are good. I enjoy watching it. So like I've tried. I fell asleep through so many cutscenes. I'm like, I've got a YouTube video, like where I am, and I
Oh
just
no.
like watching the cutscenes again because I'm like, because he's a vet. Who's the copper? I forgot his name.
Adachi.
Adachi. He just turns up out of nowhere, and I'm like, I'm confused of like, why have I gone to prison? Because I've literally fell asleep during the bit where,
The opening.
what's his name? Who's the bad guy? Akane? No, what's his name? Who's the guy that asked him to go to prison?
I can't
Adachi.
remember his name.
So anyway, so he's like, well, I was like, why have I gone to prison? It's like his son's killed somebody or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then he goes to prison for 19
His
years.
basically his like father figure.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
I love him so much, and then like he comes
It's
out of prison.
Arakawa or something like that.
Arakawa, that's right, yeah. And then Adachi's like, yeah.
It took a while to think about it.
And then obviously, like, I'm at the point. I'm at the point now where like he's like adapting to like modern civilization.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm in love already. Like I genuinely like it. Just the problem is it's very much a slow burn at the beginning.
Sure.
I'm very.
You're setting up a new character, and it's not Kiryu.
Yeah.
You know, like so you have to set up a new character, what
Yeah.
he's doing, and yeah.
But I didn't know this. I didn't know this happened. So I'm like, the sympathy's already there, and I'm like, oh, how can you do this to? Because I can imagine this being difficult for. I don't know, because there is a massive fan base. So when Like a Dragon comes out, and you're this new guy with his weird haircut, I can imagine a lot of people going, "What the fuck?" Turn-based
Sure.
combat.
Yeah. Where's Kiryu? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think they did a good job introducing a brand new protagonist. You know.
And the sympathy's there straight away, isn't it, as well, I think.
Yeah, they make you feel for him very quickly. I still like Kiryu more, but Kiryu's also had a lot more games.
Of course.
We'll see, like, once Kasuga has a lot of games behind him, like, where I kind of feel compared to Kiryu, but, like, I definitely have more of an attachment to Kiryu, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely... I'd hate to have had that conversation in that meeting of like, oh, I think we're gonna start a new character. We're gonna do turn-based. I bet some of them just walked out.
A big change, yeah.
It's like, oh, am I being punked or like I can. That's because it's such drastic changes. But yeah, I love the game. I genuinely like. I'm like, I've heard about the difficulty spike, so I'm like, right. So if I start grinding now, I should be fine for right at the end. So I'm like already planning for the end of the game and looking forward to like. I think I've just met some guy that's like, he must be something to do with the business management side of things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like I remember Connor saying that he really enjoyed that part because they're the side quests is like what I enjoyed the most.
Yeah, yeah. There's a kind of like a part of the game where it gets difficult. There's one particular fight. There's actually two fights. Like no spoilers. There's a fight like halfway through the game that's like super hard, and then the last fight is super hard. Like you just need like items and things. But there's also a point in the game. I think it's also about halfway through or so, where they require you to have a certain amount of money. So I'd also try to make sure you're saving yen. I think it's like 3 million yen or something like that. I can't remember the exact number. Or 10 million yen. I can't remember. But definitely try saving money too. I'd recommend.
But yeah,
they have like contracts you could do to make money. I'd recommend doing those.
Yeah, when anything gets unlocked, I'll just try it straight away. Is it all just in Kamurocho then?
7? No, that's not even in 7. The main city is not Kamurocho. You go to Kamurocho. Yokohama is the main city.
Is that where I am now then?
Yeah. So he starts in Kamurocho because he is a part of the Tojo, and then he goes to prison, comes out, then he goes to Yokohama. He like wakes up in Yokohama and all that.
And then is Yokohama just the only map?
For the most part, I think at one point you go back to Kamurocho, but Yokohama is the main place for
Because
that
it's
game.
like in 8, it's like there's 2 full grown maps there, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Kamurocho, yeah, in Hawaii.
I'd really like to play the Hawaii game this year. I'd have to I'd have to try the combat and see how I get on with it.
Yeah,
But yeah.
and it's a different protagonist again. Like you never really get to play as Majima, so like this is the first time like a fan favorite character like you're playing as him. Like I love Majima, so it'd be awesome to get like a story with him. You know.
Definitely. Yeah.
Is that all
But
you've
yeah,
been playing?
I think so. Yeah. Keep being tempted to play RuneScape, but I just don't need to play it.
Always. That's always your
I
temptation.
just want to play it, man. I just want to chop some trees.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Nah, it's not happening. And then trying to watch some TV. A lot of TV coming out soon. New series of Jack Reacher. The new Dexter series is out right now, so I'm watching that. It's hard because I'm like obviously like I keep saying I'm just in this fitness fanatic like now, like running and trying to fit it all in the gym. I'm obviously getting a cold as we speak. But yeah, so yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
there's
like
so much going on, all the
there
time.
is, yeah, definitely. So I think we'll leave it there. I've had a right good time tonight. We're talking about our feelings, talk about how Xbox making mistakes, talk about how
Talking
PlayStation.
about how GTA 6 is coming out this
It's definitely
year.
not coming out this year.
Yeah, it
We need to
is.
talk
Come
about
out
Nintendo
September.
next week, because Connor. Oh, by the way, should have said this at the beginning. Connor, dead,
He's dead.
dead.
Wow, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
yeah, yeah. And then next week, by the way. So what we're gonna do this week? We're gonna find out where he works. This is serious. Though.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out where he works, and because I can't ring him because of like international phone lines and all that. Because if I ring him, it's gonna cost a load of money in it. Do you know what I mean? So you're
Sure.
gonna ring him. You're gonna ring his work.
Okay.
Put it on loudspeaker, and just let me do all the talking.
Okay.
All right. So
Sure.
we'll ring. Oh, I don't know. 0800 boxes or something, and they'll be like, "Oh, hello. Oh, do you know Connor knows?" But oh yeah, Connor knows. Yeah. It's like, oh, did you know? When he comes in, he puts cannabis and cocaine in the boxes that you ship in your containers, and they'll be like,
He's
"What?"
selling drugs
Yeah, yeah.
at
He's
work.
shipping drugs over to whatever destination they're going to. He's like, it's a
To,
massive
to
drug.
underage kids.
It's to underage children. Yeah, drug running to underage
It's
children.
crazy.
Yeah. So next week, live on air, Connor's getting fired,
Wow.
and then he's
But I
back on
thought
the
he was dead.
podcast. No. This is real. I've thought
Oh.
about this. Honestly, I've been thinking about this. I'm gonna find out where he works, and we're gonna ring him. We're gonna ring his
And you're gonna
work.
get him fired.
I'm gonna get him fired, and then none of this. I can't do the podcast. Oh no!
What are you doing? You don't have a
Nothing. You
job.
got no job. Selling drugs to kids. So yeah, that's my aim. Is to
Okay.
definitely get. I'm gonna find out where it works. So, but yeah, Daniel, have you got anything to say before we go? I'm getting
Doom
cold.
looks incredible, and I am so excited for Doom. I really am. That's definitely one of my most anticipated for this year.
Good.
What about you?
I would like to go to bed because I'm not very well apparently.
You've been
I'm not
sniffling
now,
a lot.
and I'm not. No, yeah. What's wrong with me? On that note, have a good night. God bless. And Daniel, play some fucking games, man.
I will.
See you in a
Bye,
bit.
everybody.
Bye, everyone. All right, awkwardly finish the podcast.